Welcome back to the channel. I am Frida and I talk about anything spirituality. I talk about spiritual growth, spiritual empowerment, self-improvement, self-empowerment, self-development. I talk about the divine feminine energy and anything I want to talk about here. Literally, today we are going to discuss about having the courage to walk away. Okay, before then, let me share a little story with you guys. Way back in high school, this girl is not really a friend, but she was a friend of my school daughter as at that time at high school. Fast forward, it's been years since high school, since we completed tertiary, and here I am creating content talking about spirituality and personal developments. Yeah, so this girl, for some reason, I would love to hide her name, her identity for now. She contacted an ex-friend of mine. It happens that she has been having some problems, relationship problems, and from the way she speaks, she knows or she thinks it is have to do spiritually. It has some spiritual inclination to it, whatever problem this girl was facing. So she took my number and decided to talk to me. This girl calls, Frida, I have a problem. I want your advice, I want your take, I want your help, if you can offer any. And I'm like, oh, okay, talk to me, girl. She goes like, I am with this guy. We used to be a very good couple. We have a baby now, a baby of about a year old, and this guy isn't treating me so well now. The summary of everything this girl is saying is that her guy doesn't treat her right, she isn't happy, she feels worthless in her relationship, she's being cheated on here and there, and anytime she complains or she lets the guy know about her concerns, he gaslights her, he makes her feel insecure and all that. So she called to have my advice, to take my advice. And my first question was like, do you love him? And he's like, yeah, I do. If not for he being a cheater, blah blah blah, I still love him. And I'm like, so you still want to be with this guy? Yeah, so tell me, what can I do to have him all to myself now? What can I do so he stops cheating on me? And I was like, you want to stop a cheater from cheating on you to focus his attention on you, but you feel worthless in this relationship. Girl, where is your value? Where is your worth? Where is your self-esteem? Why are you allowing yourself to be put down just to be in a relationship, just to be with a man? So clearly this girl wasn't ready. She wasn't determined to walk away from whatever pickle, from whatever situationship she found herself in. Okay? Learning how to go off someone whose presence you realize in your life isn't as good, and it's only toxic requires careful thoughts and commitment. If you are ready to take the plunge, if you are ready to leave that toxic relationship, if you want to know how to walk away from just about any relationship that puts you down, that's only make you feel worthless, that makes you question your own self, your own worth, your own self-esteem. If you want to learn how to walk away from these relationships, from these toxic people, then I have 6 ways for how to have the courage to walk away by choosing yourself. The first step to know how to have the courage to walk away is to ask yourself, okay? Before you begin any life-changing process, you must be able to ask yourself questions, know how determined you are to take on this road and to actually do it. On a scale from 1 to 10, how close are you to 10? Without steadfast determination, you will not be able to accomplish, letting go of a very toxic love. So are you ready to do this? Is there any part of you that is holding you back? Is there a part of you that you are holding onto with the possibility that things could get better, he is going to change someday, that you can even change him, or things could even work out? Do you feel that you aren't strong enough to walk away? If the answer to any of these questions is yes, then perhaps you should wait a little bit before you begin this process, okay? Time is a great healer, and with time you will get stronger and you will have the courage to walk away. Either way, it is important you ask yourself these questions about this relationship, whether you feel this man could change for you, whether you feel things could get better someday. It is important to ask yourself these questions, and by asking yourself these questions, it will bring you to realization that you are chasing pavements, okay? Doing so will help you start respecting and loving yourself again, which is also a key part to letting go of that toxic love. To have the courage to walk away from a toxic love is to cut off contact, okay? We all need closure at the end of any relationship. At some point we feel we could sit down with this person, we could talk things through with this man, we could iron things out with this man, and with the possibility of maybe understanding each other. But listen to me, closure is a myth. If you could sit down and settle things amicably and finally understand each other, why couldn't you make it work whilst you were a couple? So when you finally decide to walk away, cut him off, block him on your phone, disconnect on social media, and stay away from places that you have the chances of meeting this man. Why? Because you need a break from this addiction you have of this person to change your habits, okay? Go no contact right away. It will make the process way easier. Also, as a side benefit, not spending your whole time stalking them on social media, but actually using your time to do something that makes you feel good. It's exactly what you need to start loving yourself again. The next step to having the courage to walk away, to letting go, is define what you need to let go of. okay? This is very important. What is it that you need to let go of? You may be ready to walk away from this man that you know isn't the right one for you, but you still struggle with your decision with taking that step because of the love you still feel towards this person. It might be anger, perhaps anger that you have wasted your time with this person, or anger that this person treated you so badly. Learn how to deal with the issues and walk away. Getting the courage to walk away is to question what is true and what is not, okay? This is such an important piece or an important part of walking away. You have some ideas you have created, you have made in your head about some truths, you know, regarding relationships, but sometimes some truths are not so true. They are just hopes and dreams and ideals we made up over the course of our relationship. Example is, maybe you may have the dream to move to the woods, start a family there, raise your kids, raise some sheep, but this guy also may have a different dreams, a different hopes altogether. Maybe this guy wants to stay in the city. Maybe this guy may not even be ready for marriage, be ready to settle down, and this could have contrasting or contradicting, you know, ideals you create in your head about this relationship. Are your hopes and dreams of a life that you want with your man, with your boyfriend, the absolute reality? Ask yourself this question. When you question what is true and what is not, you will finally see the truth of the situation is different from what you have been telling yourself in the head. Armed with this knowledge, armed with this wisdom, you are one step closer to walking away. The next thing to help you master the courage of letting go, of walking away, is to figure out what you really want in a relationship, okay? Most of us go into a relationship not knowing exactly what we want. Once we feel we catch a vibe, once we feel those little butterflies, we think we create a whole idealism of a perfect relationship in our head. We create a whole future with this man in our head, not knowing exactly what we want out of a relationship. To be able to walk away from any man, any toxic love, you have to be willing to ask yourself, and what is it that you really want out of a relationship? Without knowing what you really want, you are going to have hard time getting it. So you want to start making a list. Make a list of what you want from a man in a relationship with you. This doesn't have to be lengthy or long. Just try to make it comprehensive. Perhaps this can be something like, you want someone who makes you laugh. You want someone who treats you like a queen, like the goddess you are. Someone who makes you a priority in his life. You want someone who, you know, loves physical affection, physical contact with you. You love someone who is a provider, who shows love languages that, you know, who speak your love language. You may love someone who shower you with gifts, with presents, with love. Make a list of what exactly that you want out of a man. After you are done making this list, you want to run through the list with your current guy in mind. Chances are, if you are still watching this guy might not match up with a lot of things on the list, and you will finally understand, because you will see clearly in black and white, and your emotions just can't argue with black and white. he is not the one you want, he can't provide you what you want, time to move on, time to walk away. After doing this exercise right now, you want to take a moment and picture the guy who has all the traits that you have listed in front of you. Picture this man sitting next to you. How good would that feel? How good would you feel to be loved by someone who was the right person for you? And oh my God, what a great way to get back to loving yourself immensely. Letting go of something that once seemed promising can be very difficult and will take a lot of steadfast determination on your part, but you can do it. Walking away from a toxic love can seem difficult, but it is possible to master it. And once you master it, your life will get better. So cut off contact. Find out what you need. Find out what is it that you really want out of a man in a relationship. Question your own assumptions and define what you want. Before you know, you will have clarity that you are making the right decision, hence giving you the courage to walk away. Last one, to have the courage to let go. To walk away is to get yourself back out there. Okay, go outside. Putting yourself out there doesn't necessarily mean you are going to fall in love. You probably might be thinking, oh, I don't want to fall in love, or I might not be able to fall in love. Going out doesn't mean you are going to fall in love. Putting yourself back out there means getting dressed up, looking good, going out, flirt, seduce, date men, and have lots and lots of fun. And maybe, just maybe, you will find another love, but in the meantime, you can enjoy yourself and the freedom you have. Okay, embrace it. Respect yourself, value yourself so much, love yourself so much to be willing to walk away from disrespect, from toxic love, from toxic relationships, from relationships that doesn't serve you, from relationships you know very well that isn't good for you, that you are settling for. Have the courage to walk away from any man, any toxic love. Have the courage to choose yourself, and it is only by choosing yourself, it is only by putting yourself first, that these relationships, that these people, that these men will put you first. Choose yourself, learn the courage, have the power to walk away. I am going to end my lesson here. I hope you really enjoyed this lesson. My name hasn't changed. I am still Frida, in case I forgot to tell you my name. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like on my videos, and share, and always remember that you are a true force to be reckoned with. You are beautiful, you are powerful, you are an abundant being. You are not just a drop in the ocean, you are the entire waves, the entire ocean in a drop. See you next time.